Ivan, we've heard the phrase "the last ride" a fair bit this season. When you reflect on what you just saw tonight, do you get the sense that there could be a few more stops on this journey to come?
Oh, yeah, I hope so. But I'm not really worrying about the future tonight. Just so proud of the boys tonight. I felt like it was a bit of the way the game went and how tough it was, and what a great game, what a great grand final against a great club and great opponent. Just sort of feels like it validates everything that we've done and what we've tried to become tonight. So yeah, couldn't be more proud.
Has the enormity of it sunk in? I know it's fresh, but no team's done this for 60 odd years, and
No,
Penrith have done it now.
No, it hasn't. Just looking at a few of the boys with 4 rings on their hands, I was like, how did this happen? Yeah.
Nathan, for you, 4 rings, you're collecting rings like Thanos got Infinity Stones. For you, do you comprehend what you guys have done?
Nah, not at all. I'm similar to Dad, just looking around, seeing 4 rings, and it's honestly crazy. I think it was 4 years ago that we were out there. We were the ones crying, losing to that same team that have been a benchmark for so long, and then go 4 straight. It's honestly unbelievable, and it's such a great feeling.
How on earth do you guys, and to all you guys, stay this up for this long? I just can't imagine the mental toughness and the toll that takes.
I think it's for this feeling right here. It's just so addictive. It's just the best. It's hard, but you got to pay the price for success, and you've got to pay the price even more so to stay at the top. It's something that we pride ourselves on, and it's for this feeling. And we've got guys in our team that haven't had it before. Paul Alamotti was massive tonight, Liam Henry as well. They get to experience it and see the joy on their face. It's the best.
Does it feel as good as the first time? Does it feel better?
Yeah, it does feel as good. I think the first time was probably a bit more relief. This is just mind-blowing, honestly, that we've been able to do this, and just love it.
Nathan, are you able to compare them? Is one better than the other? That was a hell of a game out there.
Yeah, it's hard. I think the cool thing is all of them have been so different. That was extremely hard. Just trying to catch your breath as it was going. It was just end to end, and just so proud of us as a group. Keep turning up in defence, particularly a year where our defence probably wasn't where we wanted to be for a lot of the year, but in the big games we showed up and fell back to our training habits, and they showed on the big stage.
Ivan, what about the performance of the bloke next year that won the Clive Churchill medal? And it was a pretty impressive forward. I think first forward to win it for some time.
Yeah, well, he was rested all week, didn't train, so I guess he was fresh. Marto's he's the epitome of, all of these 3 boys, but Marto's the epitome of the big game player, and the bigger the game, the better he goes. Just some huge plays tonight. He was out on his feet. He was one that was definitely on his feet. That second half, just kept finding something. Just the way he plays is just, it's all effort, all action. And it's more than that too, just skill, and he just continually turns up when we need him.
We're used to seeing those big plays in defence, but a lot of them, tonight, some of them were with the ball.
Yeah, well, I love the tries before half-time that Romy and Nat sort of dreamed up, and obviously Marto timed his run perfectly off that, which is not easy on a play that I don't think we've ever done in a game. So that was just smart footy player, and obviously the big player apart from all the rest of the stuff was the compete in the air. He's actually very good in the air. He just probably hasn't shown it a lot this year, but we always knew he could do it. Just to be able to do it tonight at that time, it's he couldn't have timed it any better. So thanks, mate.
Marto, what's it mean to you to win the Clive Churchill medal? I think someone, maybe Sam Burgess might have been the last forward, I'm not sure.
Yeah, means everything. It's what you dream of. To be honest, I think all 17 could have won it. We just dug deep, but it's just so surreal at the moment. It just hasn't really sunk in.
There was watching in that second half, I could see how gassed you were. You looked cooked, and then just kept being where you needed to be and coming out with the last inch play. How cooked were you at times?
Oh, I was gone. I was busted, but. Luckily I had Nath and Tago just saying we need you to keep turning up, so just having those boys just drives you. I think everyone was out on their feet, but we just kept turning up for one another, and yeah, it's just the character of this team. So we just keep turning up.
Nathan, you've played plenty of games with him at all levels. He wants the answer. Is this his best performance in a pink jersey or a black jersey or any coloured jersey that you've seen from him so far?
Yeah, it's right up there, particularly given the stage. I've been playing with Marto since we were 17. So to see him come this far, pretty proud of him. I actually saw him during the week doing weights, and he's barely done weights the whole year. So I was like, he must be on one. He must be ready to go. And he definitely showed up tonight. So yeah, absolute pleasure to play alongside him.
Liam, did Cameron Munster poke the bear this week?
No, we'll sweet. I think we were both too gassed to sort of say anything to one another. So we'll fall on.
Nathan, if we said at the start of 2021 you'd win 4 straight premierships, what would you have said?
I would have said you're mad, to be honest. There's definitely belief there, but it's just exceeded all dreams and expectations, to be honest. But I think the beauty of it has just been staying present through the lot, just enjoying the journey that we're on. And then, it's just been ticking off one after the other, and it's just been an incredible ride, and one that we're still on and still want to keep achieving more things and creating such great memories with such a good group of boys.
Is the enormity difficult to get your head round?
Yeah, definitely. Could never have imagined this would happen. Like, when I was a young kid growing up, you always watch grand finals. I was just a footy nerd. All I wanted to do was play first grade, and now to win 4 grand finals, it's incredible. And as I keep referring to be able to do it with this group, how much effort and time goes into it to achieve greatness. It's really special.
When you said on stage, this will never be done again.
I'll be surprised. Yeah, with the way the salary cap is, but I also touched on it's just such a special group. I just feel like we might not be the prettiest team when we play throughout the season, but I just feel like our game just holds up so much at the back end because of all the little things. Like, we back out of fence. Like, all week, media spoke about the spine, which is fair enough. Like, their spine was outstanding, but I think internally we had a real belief in our defence, and I think we've shown that over the last 5 years. Sometimes that can get forgotten, I think. But, just so proud of the group. Ivan sort of touched on it before the final start. You've got to pay the price, and you certainly do. But, our groups, we've shown that we're willing to do that.
Nathan, do you see yourselves as, one of the best team of the NRL era now? Like, how do you grapple with that title now?
Oh, I think in the NRL era, definitely. I don't think there's much more that we could do. Obviously, that Dragons team back then was an outstanding team and achieved an amazing feat. But in terms of the NRL era, it's pretty crazy. We have lost great players along this journey, and we're going to lose more next year. But just keep finding a way. People just step up. I refer to Paul Alamotti again. He's come in and fitting in the shoes of Critter, then Taylor May, and now he's up on the big stage, just absolutely carving up. So it's just it's special to have that culture and just bring people in and they just do their job and probably exceed it, to be honest.
There was a moment there at full time where the boys were still celebrating, and I saw you go and pick up a lot of the Storm guys. I thought it was really classy, but what did you say to those guys, and what was going through your mind at that point? Because you've obviously been on the other end of it. Yeah,
well, probably that. I reckon I've been on the other end of it. It's a low feeling. They've had an unreal season. They finished minor premiers by 3 wins, so certainly a season to be proud of. But I feel like I've done that most of the time. Obviously excited with my group, but then got to sort of probably feel for them a little bit too. It's pretty low. So just said how good a season they've had, and we sort of tried to do that most years, to be fair.
Nathan, as Yowie was doing that, you had a very special moment with Romy. Can you just summarise that? I know it's special with everyone in the squad, but that's been a special partnership.
Yeah, especially special with him. Been playing alongside each other for a very long time now, since we were kids, and we can only dream of what's happened. To share it with him and his last game for the Panthers and send him off like that was the way we wanted to do it and the way he deserved, given so much to this club and been a big custodian of this culture. It's kind of sad, but also just so special to finish it like that.
Ivan, just on Romy, apparently you were quite emotional presenting his jersey yesterday. Can you talk through what that was like for you and why it means so much to you to farewell him with a premiership?
Yeah, I got a bit of form in that one. Romy's like, a bit like fish. They've been here since SG Ball, and obviously, played next to Nat for a long time. So I think of all those boys a bit like my son, like sons. He's just such an infectious personality. It was a difficult negotiation at the start of the year. Like, it was just hard. I knew it was really hard for him. But he put his head down and you know, he stood up this year, like particularly when Nat was out, he stood up when we really needed him. I'm just so proud of not just the player he's become, but the person he is and the man he's become. And yeah, I love these boys. So yeah, I don't like it when they leave. So just so stoked that we get to have some fun over the next couple of days.
Is the backflip on? Get in easy.
No, not for that sort of money. No.
How's Brian To'o? Can you talk us through what he went through tonight?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what the actual story is. The thing about Biz, he's played through injuries that no one else seems to be able to. So definitely we're seeing if he could get through it. I thought it was a medial, but I'm not too sure if that was actually the case. But he just couldn't. He couldn't kick chase, and we were getting hurt on those kick chases a little bit. And then I think the Storm was smart enough to pick it up. And anyway, I just said, go and ask him. He's like, no, I'm good, which of course he'd say. That's what we love about these boys. They never want to come off. And anyway, so I've got to make the call. He's coming off. Anyway, take one last carry. It was his best carry he'd done for 15 minutes. So then I'm like, maybe he should stay on. But anyway, I'd already made the call. And then, Paul just goes and scores that try and just played like he'd been there his whole life. It was, nuts.
Ivan, I won't ask Nat, but the severity of the shoulder, the hand, what happened there in the lead up, what did he have to go through to get himself right for this final series?
Yeah, it was probably like all season. He's just put in so much work and made so many sacrifices just to be able to get back. And every time he's come back, he's played well. He's probably played the best footy of his life this year. We haven't had him for that often, but I think that's testament to how much he felt he probably owed his teammates. Everyone feels terrible when they're injured. And as I said earlier, everyone just stood up. Like Yowie in particular, just honestly just holds it down that much. Romy really stepped up. All the boys, did. Brad Schneider, Jack Cole, all these guys just, and I think he just wanted to pay him back. And, I don't know. It just seems like a normal final series for us as guys just play through crazy injuries. I don't really know how to. I could never express my gratitude to these boys through words.
Was
my shoulder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it it hurts a bit?
No, it's not so much the pain. It's just the instability. To be honest,
Yeah.
it wasn't something that was super painful. Just only if I got it caught in awkward positions. But it was mainly the instability.
Are you booked in?
I don't know actually. I need to work that out over the next 24 hours.
You look like it maybe at times out there it was struggling a little bit, were you?
Yeah, there was just one where it sort of got caught out in that awkward position and just pulled on it a bit and but just I think the fatigue played a part in that too. I think when you're fatigued and there's just big spaces around, then you find yourself in those sort of positions. So yeah,
he was trying to get subbed off.
I was looking at the sideline for a bit.
What does it say though that he's able to play 80 minutes on the biggest stage with an injury that does need surgery or cost him probably the Kangaroos jumper?
Yeah, well, we just know how tough he is. I feel like he's shown that over a long period of time. He's probably been hampered with injuries sort of more than what he would have liked the last few years, but what he does behind the scenes that you just don't see, just ultra professional, just gives himself absolutely every chance to go out there and perform at his best regardless of what's going on with his injuries and that sort of stuff. But certainly not surprised, but just super stoked to run out alongside him, to be fair. He's he won't probably look back and go, I'll play with Isaiah Yeo that much, but when I retire I'll look back and I'll be able to look back and say I'll play with Nathan Cleary and brag to my grandkids about it. It's just he's a hell of a teammate, but first and foremost he's a hell of a friend. So it's been nice seeing it's obviously tough for him. You don't like seeing him get injured throughout the year, but no, the way he's sort of dealt with that, different injuries as well, but the way he's dealt with that and still performed on the big stage, it's very admirable.
Ivan, apparently they're keeping the boys away from the fans till Wednesday. Imagine that's a smart move, given the celebrations ahead.
Oh, yeah. Matt Cameron has to take credit for that. I thought it was a very smart move. Yeah.
You fish the mic again.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll ruin it somehow tomorrow.
So are you ready for an all-nighter? I think you managed one last time, didn't you?
after today's show.
I don't look too far in the future. So.